some of those moments you think about shed tears, but however, they are life lessons. Farha has lessons she's learned from that experience. What are those? What did you learn? How did you overcome it? And what have you learned ever since then?
I had to be strong for my family because being the firstborn,
Yeah.
I have siblings that follow me. Actually, she was my second. Like she's the one that follows me, the one that was sick. Yeah. So and I have other siblings that follow her. So definitely being an assistant parent, you have to be strong in certain, situations. I had to be very, very strong and, having a child. I didn't want my child to see me all soft.
You already had the
yeah, I had a child. Because, I gave birth to Maktoum in 2016.
Ooh.
Then my sister fell sick in 2017.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was in June, July. Well, in Ramadan, I remember that period. So one thing I learned about that, anyway, she spent like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in the hospital, and she left. I think she ate her Eid even in the hospital. So I learned that we have to value life so much. Not until you've seen someone who is fighting
for their
lives is when you learn to appreciate life, and when you learn to appreciate God. Because the prayers that we prayed roundabout, being Ramadan, you're tested.
Exactly.
God has tested you, He has brought this test in your life. Are you going to handle it? Are you going to keep fasting? Are you going to pray to Him the more? Or are you going to, be like, okay, you know what, God has forgotten me. Let me just go and do shirik. Let me go. Maybe she was bewitched and all that. Being a fasting you've ever seen in your life. Because in my family, I've never seen something like that. Apart from when my grandmother died, but then I was young, I was very little to understand that pain. But now I'm a grown up. Now I knew what it means for someone to fight for their life. Someone you love dearly, someone you value so much, someone you would never wish to, lose. I learned to appreciate life, and I learned to appreciate God. I learned to live for God. Like no matter what happened, you never know when death is going to come, because death knocked on our door.
Yeah.
It knocked on our door. We were, me and my dad, as being the heads of a family, would even go for counseling. They have to counsel you until you be ready for anything. These things happen in life, But alhamdulillah, we went through that. That was a challenge that, came. It was a test from Allah.
It's kind of like, the period is called Ramzan, when a fasting period, and Allah is greatly testing
you. Yeah, it's called Ramzan again. Yeah, it's called Ramzan. It was a big test. It was a big test for all of us, my dad, my mom, even her herself, because on that sick bed she'd be like, Ya Allah, if you help me get off this sick bed, I'll never forget you. And indeed Allah helped us. So when she got better, I asked her and I'm like, oh hey, you promised Allah you're going to pray, so what are you doing? We promise Allah so many things when we are in that, vulnerable state, that's sorrow state where you feel like, okay, it's only Allah who's going to get me out of this situation that I'm in. But then when you're out of it, you're like,
that's gone.
That's gone. Yeah. So every time I keep reminding her, and I'm like, remember when you were sick and we all thought you were going to die? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you have to pray to God, fulfill what you promised.
Exactly. Wow, of course, there are also those moments when you are the happiest person in life, and these are her moments.
The most memorable, happiest moment of my life is the day I held my son for the very first time in my life.
Oh.
I will never, ever, nothing can even compare to the happiness.
The first day you were called a mother.
The first day I was called a mother, I was in labor for 2 days. 2 days. And I knew I'm going to push this kid. I want a normal birth. I don't want to be, to undergo CS. I want to, deliver my child and go back to shape, all those things. But then Allah had His plan. And the doctors told me, you can't do a normal birth because the cervix is squeezing the head of, your baby. And I started sweating. I lost it. I got pressure. My pressure shot so high, yeah. And then I had to get an emergency CS immediately. So they took me to the theater. They did whatever they did to me. And then when I had my baby cry for the first time.
Oh.
Like him coming out, and then I saw him cry, and then I held him in my hands. It was the best moment of my life. I can never think of something memorable or even better than that. Because after I held him in my hands like this, and then he cried for the first time, I actually fainted. Too much happiness. Yes, I fainted and came back to normal the next day. So when I woke up, I was like, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" And everyone was laughing like, "Yo, yeah." But that was my best moment.
And of course, for every mother, I think those are the moments you look at and be like, "Yo, it's my first time to be called a mother, and this is my baby." And
you have this thing that is benefiting from you. This thing that is going to be your responsibility, something that you love, unconditional. You don't know what you tell your husbands, boyfriends, and whatever, "I love you, I'll never leave you until Victoria dies." But when you give birth, when you are a mother, that is what they call unconditional love. Even if like Victoria dies or whatever, that child is the love of your life. Nothing, no one, anything can ever win the love that you have.
As a mother, what are some of those, or what would you tell to the young mothers who are out there, and I mean sometimes they don't feel proud about it and they just push it away, they just let go, maybe because relationship, this baby is by chance, not by choice,
But then, even me having my child, by the way, it's not that I had planned it. It was by chance. Is it by chance or by luck?
Wow.
But I said all that was Allah's planning for me to have that child. So you do not have to love anything more than you love your child. Even your life, when you become a parent, immediately you divide you're not living. You're living for someone who's going to, benefit from you. You grow mentally, you grow physically, you open your eyes and you're like, okay, now I have a responsibility that I really need to take care of. So girls out there who feel like, because I'm a socialite or because I want to be a socialite, I have to abandon my responsibilities of being a mother, it's all going to end up backfiring and coming back to you. Because if anything happens to your child, you're not going to blame anyone but yourself, and no mother would ever want to do that.
Well, they might be socialites and they might be over there, and they can still be mothers and still be like you. What are you doing to be that beautiful, to look that young, despite the fact that you're a mother? Because most of us think when you're a mother now, oh, you're off shape, you're a mother. You're a mother unless you meet her and she tells you, I'm Mama Maktoum. Then you will never know. What are you doing to still look this good? Is it diet? Is it physical exercise? What is it?
Actually, okay, one thing I have to say is giving birth does not mean you give up on your life. Like, okay, now I've given birth, what more do I want? I have to look after this child. No, that is just the beginning of life. You have just started living, so you don't have to give birth and then get your lasagnas of chips and smania porridge and jugs of porridge, and you're like, you know what? I see I'm a mom. I have to, just breastfeed, and then you have to take care of yourself. Go to the gym, eat healthy, balance. Try to balance, because you have to. I don't know, but you have to love yourself. By loving yourself, you're going to love other people. There's no way you're going to love your child more than you love yourself. Even if we say that, you divide the love and all that, but you come first, then your child comes next.
Sure.
So you have to love yourself and love your child and love everyone around you. That's how life goes.
Well, they still have to look attractive no matter what. Some of us think when we are mothers, so now, let's concentrate on the family, but you still are supposed to look good, still look attractive. And of course, Al Maktoum, he's very young, but I'm so sure if he gets to 5 years, be like, oh, my mom is attractive. Well, let's take this short commercial break, but we'll be right back, because as a business lady, there's some of these things that she feels she has not done yet. the things she wants to put in place in the next 5 years. So as you walk to Al Maktoum house and you feel like, oh, you're going to the, you know, the best ever fashion house or cosmetology house, or there's some of these things she's always also looked up to despite her levels what she has reached. We'll be right back.
Her moments.
Welcome back. Now in life, there's some of the things you never know about a certain group of people or a certain class of people, but you get to know them here only on Her Moment when we go up close with our guests and they share their life stories. And it's from these life stories that we learn a lot. There are some girls out there, some females out there who want to put up something like this, who've always loved to get an up close with her. This is the moment. You might not be with her one-on-one, but I am one-on-one with her and sharing this experience. I hope you get something to learn. And it's a beautiful story, inspirational, motivational, and this is something we can carry on our life, in our businesses, because it's not an easy one. Despite your age, I mean, on a tender age, the youth, we are facing a big challenge because of our age, because the fact that we've not been in the industry, we do most times struggle to be there. But Farah has, yes, we cannot say she has not struggled. She has struggled, because you cannot have all these without struggle. She has struggled, she has been there, she's worked for that, and she has believed in herself. That's one most important thing. And the other, she has believed in the Almighty Allah, because if we put God first, everything will always come our way. In this particular segment, we're going to look at what Farha looks to her business. What are these big things she wants to put on the plate for her business? As business people, most of the time we think they are done. It's over, she's got it all. But in most cases, they also have that one thing they still want to do, or that one thing they're planning. It's not over yet. It's always a beginning with her. What are some of those things you feel Sinaba Nchari?
Actually, yes, Sinara, because I did not build Al Maktoum Beauty House just to settle. I wanted to grow, and by growing, I mean I want to have, you know, I call this my baby because it's my firstborn. It's the only shop I have for now. But my dream in maybe the next 5 years, 10 years is to have different branches around, you know, Uganda, not only in Kampala, because I have clients like all over. And basically what I do, they call me, I send things on the buses, I send things by people who are going to those different places, Arua, Mbarara, Masaka, Fort Porto, all those places. And also, by the way, I have clients like in the UK, in the US, even Saudi Arabia, mashallah, I have clients.
Wow.
Yeah, even those ends I have clients there. So I want to build Maktoum to be a bigger brand, not to only have one shop in one area. I want to build it, inshallah, in different parts of Uganda, and then if God helps me, I want to do my own factory where I can do my own things. Like for me,
stop exporting.
Yes, and stop going all the way to Ivory Coast, Abidjan, because it's very, very far. And then by the time you bring those things to reach in Uganda, there are expensive taxes and all that, very, very many things. So inshallah, if God wills, I want to, you know, open those branches and also a factory of my own where I can supply myself and, you know, employ other people and make life easy like that. Yeah.
Well, do you have I want us to brief a little the viewers. What is that criteria you follow when you get a client for your first time?
Okay, when I get a client for the very first time, usually one thing I'll ask them is what are the products that we're using, because I need to know if the things that we're using had some little bit of like hydroquinone, or were poisonous to the skin, or were reactive to certain things of the, you know, of the products that we're using, if they didn't match with their skin, you know, because we have different skins and different pigments. Everyone has those different things that they react to. So when you come to my shop first, I know you have tried other products and they've failed. So my first question will be, what other products you've been using? And then I ask you, what exactly do you want me to help you to, you know, achieve? You want to remove pimples, you want to glow, you want to be lighter, you want to keep in your skin color but, you know, look very nice. All those things are also, that is the second step. After you telling me what you've been using, then I ask you what exactly you want me to help you with, because as you can see in my shop, I have very many different products for very many different skins. So me asking you what you want me to help you with is because I do not want to get something for a lighter person and then I give it to you, or get something for a darker person and then I give it to you. You as my client, we have to have a relationship. Tell me what you want me to help you to achieve, and then I'll help you achieve that. Then after that step, I give you what you want, you take it, and then I follow up. I keep calling you, I keep checking up on you. Are you okay? Did this thing work for you?
That's nice.
Yeah, did it work for you? If it didn't work for you, like the gentleman you saw, the one who came in, I gave him something that he had used some time back and he wanted something else. I gave him something else without even asking for money. I just told him, take that. You get, so that is the kind of relationship I usually have with my clients. We are not clients, and is it client, boss, or client, whatever? It is, you are my family now. Like, I help you, you help me, because without you, I cannot survive. And without me, also, you never know, your skin cannot get to what you want it to get to.
What could be that what you give to the people who are, despite the outlets of where they shop from? It could be Untold, it could be other different shops. What could be those, the word you would give to them in case they're choosing something for their, you know,
for their skin?
Yeah.
Usually I have to first tell my clients to know their skin types, because just like blood, we have different skin types. Just like colors, we have different skin colors. So I tell my clients to know their skin types. I tell them to at least try to go to the doctors and find out what they are allergic to when it comes to skin and what they are not allergic to. Then also we have a challenge of you know, clients trying to try things here and there, and then they don't work for them, and then they come to you and they're like, you know what, you're my last resort. If it doesn't work for me, then I'm doomed and all that. I tell them, you know what, go to the doctor, find out what's bothering your skin. If he tells you what's bothering your skin, when you get something that is going to help you, like if I give you something and it's really going to help you, or maybe you'll see a change within a week or 2 weeks, please stick to that. Because very many clients are not patient.
Yeah.
They want to try this, stop, then when someone else comes and is like, you know what, I tried Al Maktoum Skin Event On and it worked for me. She'll jump from natural glow to Skin Event On without knowing that as human beings have different skin types. What can work for you cannot work for me. What can work for me might not work for you. So I usually tell my clients to be patient, at least give it a period of about a month or 2 months. If it fails, then we try something else. Yeah.
But that's a very beautiful one. Most of us have always faced a challenge of moving from one from one cosmetologist to another, and at the end of the day, we are spoiling it, we're spoiling our faces. And these are some of the reasons that's why the government is putting down some of these things, because they're effectful to our body skins. Well, I think we're not gonna, in a few minutes left, we're gonna talk about that one thing you'd advise the young girls out there, the females out there, from the different fields. It could be media personalities, they could be business ladies, they could be teachers, something like that. What is that advice you give to someone as a female to keep them motivated, to keep them going and feel like, I'm not going to let back, I'm going to move forward?
Okay. Just like any human being out there, or let me just use a small example of the gadgets that we have. When your gadget does not work well, you restart it for it to, work well for you. So if you're out there and you've tried doing very many things, very many businesses, and you have failed, maybe the problem is not the businesses you're doing, the problem is within you. So why don't you sit down and refresh yourself, refresh your mind, restart yourself, sit down, get a book, write, what do I want to achieve in life? How do I want to be in the next 5 years? Or what goals do I want to achieve in the next 5 years? When you sit down and find out what you want to exactly do and figure out what you want as a human being, then go for that. Now, after going for what you want to achieve, let's say you want to start a business like Al Maktoum Beauty, I was trying to be a cosmetologist, you have to have passion. You're not going to do anything when you do not have passion for that thing. You have to have self-discipline. Self-discipline is the most important thing. Learn to prioritize what you want and what you do not want. You're not going to have everything at the same time. You can't have your cake and then eat it too. You have to prioritize, optimize your time, and choose your time wisely. You don't have to be anywhere, everywhere, all the time. Just have that self-discipline and, you know, ask yourself, okay, I want to be a cosmetologist. Yes, I'll be a cosmetologist, but I'll not be a cosmetologist and then be, you know, a doctor and all that. Just try to be, you know, self-discipline, discipline yourself, have a passion of what you want to do, fear God. That is the most important thing. When you fear God and put all your trust in God, He's going to give you His all. He's going to give you His everything. And my last word I think I should give to the humans, sorry, not humans, okay, yeah, humans, all the women, young ladies who are out there, learn to mind your businesses. Because what has spoiled all of us these days is, you know, trying to mind people's businesses, you know, being in things that are not constructive to you. If you mind other people's businesses, that means you don't love yourself that much to mind your business. So mind your business, drink water, have enough rest, prioritize your time very well, have passion, have self-discipline, fear Allah of all, like that's the topmost of all the things that you have to do, and love yourself. And come use our Maktoum Beauty House products. Life will be good.
Wow. It's one thing loving your business. I think we heard what she said. Come to Al Maktoum Fashion Beauty House, then you will have it all. Yes, our guest has been Farhaadams, CEO Al Maktoum House of Beauty. She had a very interesting story, and I hope we've all learned. I personally, I think I've been inspired a lot, and many times I thought I wouldn't have it again. But it's a story that has inspired me, because you never know people. Not until you go up close with them, not until you get to know what they've been through. You never know people, not until they share that story. And usually that story has something, it has a big impact in your life. I, for one, I've gotten something. She says, fear God first. Have passion, mind your business. Yeah. Eat healthy, take good foods, and everything will be your way. Have that passion to be have that passion to be that very important person that society will always yearn for. And indeed, she's this person that everyone is yearning for when it comes to beauty. She's all over the world. Thank you so much for being with us. It has been her moment. I've been your host, Asha Cole. So you can still follow our social media pages. That's at Rico TV Uganda on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Her moment is hashtag her moment. And for any other videos or any other shows you have missed, you can still catch them on our social media pages. And my personal social media handle, and she's social media handle is Farha. Actually, it's Farhaadams. Yeah. Farha then space.
Yeah, Adams.
Yeah, Farha space Adams. You can always catch her there. Consult her. Maybe she could always help you in your beauty. I don't know, when you have some of sorts, yeah, she can always host you and give you your best. We can also host you on a house that is plot 47 Chira Road, Rico TV, and you can always have your story shared. Goodbye.